The Grand Inquisitor, leader of the Imperial Inquisitorius, this Pau'an was a former Jedi Temple Guard whose disillusionment with the Order led him to the dark side. Granted unrestricted access to the Jedi Archives by Palpatine, he weaponized his intimate knowledge of Jedi combat forms, tactics, and psychology. You see, this made him a uniquely analytical and dangerous hunter, directly overseeing the eradication of Jedi survivors. Wielding a distinctive double-bladed spinning lightsaber, he outmaneuvered Kanan Jarrus repeatedly and even dueled Jocasta Nu. His defeat by Kanan came only when the Jedi achieved a profound moment of clarity in the Force. Ultimately choosing death over facing Vader's wrath, his spirit was later bound by the Sith Lord to guard a Jedi outpost, a testament to his lingering power. The Grand Inquisitor's strategic mind, deep Force knowledge, and formidable combat abilities solidify his rank as the strongest. Second sister, Trilla Suduri. Once the promising Jedi Padawan of Cere Junda, Trilla's fall was forged in betrayal and brutal Imperial torture. As the second sister, she became arguably the most intelligent and tactically adept Inquisitor. You see, her sharp mind allowed her to anticipate her prey's moves, while her potent Force abilities, including Force strain and powerful telekinesis, made her lethal in combat. Wielding her modified double-bladed spinning lightsaber, she relentlessly hunted Cal Kestis across the galaxy in Jedi Fallen Order, nearly succeeding multiple times and showcasing formidable dueling skills. Her successful capture of the Jedi Holocron demonstrated her effectiveness. Although ultimately defeated by Kestis and executed by Vader for a moment's perceived weakness, Trilla Suduri's blend of intellect, Force power, and combat prowess firmly ranks her among the strongest Inquisitors. Third sister, Reva Sevander. A survivor of the Jedi Temple massacre, Reva's time as an Inquisitor was secretly fueled by a burning desire for revenge against Darth Vader. This intense motivation translated into formidable power and ambition. You see, Reva demonstrated potent Force abilities, including powerful telekinesis strong enough to restrain individuals and halt transports, alongside effective mind probes. Her combat style was aggressive and relentless, allowing her to duel Obi-Wan Kenobi and briefly hold off Vader himself. Critically, Reva possessed extraordinary resilience, surviving being impaled by Vader not once, but twice, first as a youngling and again after her failed assassination attempt. This sheer willpower, combined with her Force strength and audacious ambition, briefly seizing the Grand Inquisitor title, ranks her as the third strongest Inquisitor. Seventh sister, this cunning Mirialan Inquisitor was a prominent threat during the early rebellion. Unlike the brute force favored by her frequent partner, the fifth brother, the seventh sister relied on agility, strategy, and technology. You see, she expertly deployed swarms of ID-9 seeker droids for reconnaissance and combat distraction, giving her a significant tactical edge. A skilled duelist herself, she employed swift, acrobatic attacks with her spinning lightsaber, capable of engaging both Kanan Jarrus and Ezra Bridger. Her intelligence was evident in her attempts to psychologically manipulate Ezra and her ambition to potentially lead the Inquisitorius after the Grand Inquisitor's fall. Although ultimately killed by the overwhelming power of Darth Maul on Malachor, the Seventh Sister's strategic mind and combat effectiveness rank her fourth strongest. Fifth brother, a physically imposing Inquisitor easily recognized by his brute strength and grey skin. Often partnered with the more tactical Seventh Sister, the fifth brother served as the duo's heavy hitter. You see, his combat style focused on overwhelming opponents with powerful heavy lightsaber strikes. His strength in the Force was considerable, capable of telekinetically throwing Jedi or even briefly holding his own against the combined assault of Kanan Jarrus and Ahsoka Tano. Having lost a hand to Vader during training, his aggression was palpable. While lacking the strategic cunning of some others, the fifth brother's sheer power and numerous appearances across Rebels, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and comics demonstrate his effectiveness as a relentless Imperial hunter before being killed by Darth Maul on Malachor. His raw strength solidifies his place at number 5. 13th sister, Iskat Akaris. This Picorian former Jedi Knight's journey into the Inquisitorius offers a unique perspective, detailed in the novel Rise of the Red Blade. Iskat willingly joined the dark side, fueled by disillusionment with the Jedi Order and her own ambition. You see, she possessed significant strength in the Force, particularly skilled at locating individuals and demonstrating impressive telekinetic power, even managing to hurl a speeder at Darth Vader during a confrontation. She participated in high-stakes missions, like the hunt for Master Koth, and honed her skills sparring against figures like the Grand Inquisitor. Although her forbidden relationship with Tuolon Yaluna ultimately led to her execution by Vader, Iskat Akaris' proven force capabilities and combat experience solidify her rank as the 6th strongest Inquisitor. Ninth Sister, Masana Tide, a towering Dawatin whose physical presence was matched only by her terrifying resilience. Once a Jedi Knight with strong empathic abilities, Masana Tide was broken by torture and remade into the Ninth Sister. You see, her strength wasn't just physical, it was her sheer ability to endure. She survived losing an eye to Vader in training, later lost a leg due to the 6th Brother's betrayal during a mission, and still came back after Cal Kestis severed her hand and force-pushed her from the top of Kashyyyk's origin tree. A powerful Force empath adept at reading minds, she used her imposing size and high pain tolerance to brutalize opponents. Though finally killed by Cal Kestis on Coruscant years later, the Ninth Sister's legendary toughness and persistence solidify her spot as the 7th strongest Imperial Inquisitor. 6th Brother, Bill Valen. Once a Jedi Knight, Bill Valen embraced the cruelty of the Inquisitorius, becoming known for hunting Force-sensitive children and his general ruthlessness. Like several others, he learned the harsh lesson of loss firsthand when Vader severed his arm during training. You see, the 6th Brother wielded the standard spinning double-bladed saber and participated in missions like the hunt for Ferren Bar on Mon Cala. His most significant encounter, however, was tracking down Ahsoka Tano on the Moon Rada. Despite Ahsoka being initially unarmed, the 6th Brother's aggressive assault proved insufficient. Ahsoka used the Force to overload his lightsaber's kyber crystals, causing the weapon to explode and kill him. His defeat, providing the crystals for Ahsoka's iconic white sabers, places him firmly mid-rank, dangerous, but ultimately fallible. 10th Brother, Prosset Dibs. Unique among the known Inquisitors, Prosset Dibs was a former Jedi Master. A Miraluka relying on foresight, Dibs grew disillusioned with the Jedi's role in the Clone Wars, even attempting to kill Mace Windu, believing the Order had lost its way. This pre-existing conflict likely made his transition to the Inquisitorius after Order 66 more ideological than forced. You see, he adopted a distinctive combat style, wielding 2 short, single-bladed red lightsabers in a reverse grip and eschewing standard Inquisitor armor. While his foundation as a master suggests significant potential, his tenure was cut short. During a mission on Mon Cala, Jedi Padawan Ferren Bar cleverly triggered the accompanying Purge Troopers' Order 66 programming against the Inquisitors. Overwhelmed by his own soldiers, the 10th Brother was executed, his potential strength never fully realized in the service of the Empire. Marrok, originally one of the very first Inquisitors, designated First Brother after Order 66, Marrok's true identity as a Jedi remains unknown. He later resurfaced decades after the Empire's fall, seemingly reanimated by Night Sister magic to serve Morgan Elsbeth. You see, in this form, Marrok, still wielding his double-bladed Inquisitor lightsaber, proved a capable mercenary. He engaged Ahsoka Tano in combat multiple times, demonstrating retained lightsaber proficiency and resilience. While ultimately defeated by Ahsoka, dissipating into green magical smoke, his ability to hold his own against such a skilled opponent, combined with his implied early status as First Brother, suggests a foundational strength and combat experience that ranks him 10th among the Inquisitors. 8th Brother. This agile Torellian Django jumper was a distinctive Inquisitor, dispatched to the Sith world of Malachor on the critical mission to hunt down the elusive Darth Maul. You see, the 8th Brother was uniquely equipped, wielding a double-bladed spinning lightsaber that could convert into a buzzsaw and, notably, enable limited flight. He also carried explosive devices, adding to his combat versatility. His natural agility, combined with this specialized gear, allowed him to engage multiple skilled opponents, including Kanan Jarrus and Ezra Bridger, alongside the 5th and 7th Sisters. Although his impulsiveness and ultimate death due to his damaged flight saber highlight vulnerabilities, his assignment against Maul and unique combat tools place him as the 11th strongest. 4th Sister, Lyn Rakish. A humanoid former Jedi, Lyn Rakish was among the early recruits into the Inquisitorius. She served alongside prominent figures like the Grand Inquisitor and participated in the high-stakes hunt for Obi-Wan Kenobi on planets Daiyu and Mapuzo. You see, the 4th Sister employed an aggressive and acrobatic combat style with her spinning lightsaber. Notably, she also acted as a mentor to Barriss Offee during Offee's brief induction into the Inquisitorius. While her ultimate fate and specific combat victories are less detailed, her consistent presence in significant Imperial operations and her assignment to guide new recruits imply a level of established competence and trust within the Dark Side Order, placing her at number 12. 11th Brother. This unidentified former Jedi Knight was an active Inquisitor tasked with hunting down survivors like Ahsoka Tano. He demonstrated the characteristic ruthlessness of his order by attacking a farming village and slaughtering its inhabitants simply to lure Ahsoka out of hiding. You see, wielding the standard double-bladed spinning lightsaber, the 11th Brother then confronted Ahsoka directly. While he was quickly outmatched and killed by the far more experienced Togruta, who disarmed and dispatched him with his own weapon even before igniting hers, his background as a Jedi Knight and his success in tracking down a high-value target like Ahsoka indicate a dangerous, if ultimately outclassed, level of strength, placing him at number 13. Barriss Offee. Once a Jedi Knight and skilled healer, Barriss Offee's path to the Inquisitorius was paved by her earlier disillusionment and bombing of the Jedi Temple. Recruited from her Imperial prison cell, her tenure as an Inquisitor was remarkably brief. You see, while possessing the foundational skills of a Jedi Knight and demonstrating Force proficiency during her initiation, defeating another recruit using a Force choke, her inherent compassion clashed violently with Imperial brutality. After witnessing their cruelty on her very first mission, Barriss chose to save a targeted Jedi rather than execute them, openly defying her mentor, the Fourth Sister, and abandoning the Inquisitorius. Her strength lies in her Jedi training and the conviction that led to her defection, but as an Inquisitor, her power remained undeveloped and ultimately rejected, ranking her 15th, the least defined Inquisitors. At the bottom of the power ranking are those Inquisitors about whom canonical information is exceptionally scarce or whose brief appearances ended in ignominious failure. This includes figures like the unnamed female Inquisitor who, in Legends RPG lore, secretly trained the Night Sister Jazera only to be killed by her own apprentice, demonstrating a fatal lack of control or foresight. You see, others are defined solely by their demise, such as an unnamed Inquisitor reportedly killed while seeking Jedi artifacts. Designations like the Third Brother exist in some lists with virtually no accompanying feats or detailed backstory. Their limited impact, quick defeats, or sheer lack of information place these individuals, by default, as the 16th and weakest among the known Imperial Inquisitors. Which Inquisitor do you find the most formidable or fascinating? Share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more Star Wars lore explained.